Hey, Gemini, Mel, Intuitive Soul Coach here. Excited to bring in your career and money reading for October 2025. All right, Gem, let's open up your energy field and take a look at what October has in store for you. We have the past showing up here at the bottom of the deck. Something from the past is coming back. Perhaps this is a job, an old job, or even an unfinished project. You may also be looking to the past, Gemini, to understand the future as a lesson, an experience, or even an old skill is showing up here. And you could also be earning or receiving money from something that you did in the past. There could be residuals coming through here. Bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is an educated powerhouse. You are someone who is very skilled, very talented. She's also the Queen of Communication. She's the Queen of Air, and you are an air sign. So I feel like you are inspired this month. There's a call of the muse, if you will, and you see the beautiful white owl is next to her. You're very wise, but it feels like there's also a fresh start. The white energy of the owl can be a clean slate, or it can be expressing yourself in some way where you are asking for what you need, and it feels like there's reciprocity. This is an independent energy. Again, you're very smart. You hold this intellect about you. Now, I'm also getting here a win jar. Now, this reminds me of when I was in the corporate world many years ago. I worked in marketing and consulting and real estate, and we would have weekly meetings. And every Friday, we would read from the win jar, where throughout that week, every person who had worked there would put in a little piece of paper with a win that they had witnessed that week from somebody else that worked within that company. And it was a small group of us, maybe 20 individuals, but it was incredible to be able to sit down with everyone and talk about progress, innovate plans, and everybody was on the same page. So it's very important to have that sense of communication and also recognition. So when Friday would roll around, we would pull that little slip of paper from the win jar and read it, and the individuals had no clue that their name would be pulled for a win that they had had that week. And some of the wins were small wins, some were large, but everyone was acknowledged, even the ones that felt like they had had maybe a troubled or challenging week. And that's what I'm getting here for you, Gemini, is through communication, through recognizing here some of the struggles or challenges. If you're able to work together, acknowledge them, you're able to move forward here more effectively. But it's not just about the wins, although I do see here plenty coming in. I'm getting the word, or I should say the phrase, winning streak. Now, some of you could be on a winning streak in the month of October, and I haven't even looked to see what else is showing up here for you, but now I see why. You have the Magician, which is your major arcana, but the Queen of Swords is showing up here to remind you that you have what it takes to continue moving forward here. And even though there are times where you feel blocked, or you feel challenged, or you feel stuck, you have the tools that you need. You are well equipped to get through any blockage here. So I love that the Queen of Swords is showing up at the bottom of the deck. Now, because you have the past energy, some of you may also be connecting with a project that you had put on the back burner, or this is something that you have thought about, or maybe a course or a class that is like a do-it-yourself or at your own pace. It feels like you could be picking something back up here in the month of October, but there's a fresh, new, inspired energy around this. And because the Queen of Swords is showing up here as well, some of you are excited to lay down the groundwork here in a new perspective, a fresh new energy, because I am also seeing here at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles. That's what's coming in with this Queen of Swords. So this could be profiting here, or practical ventures, new energies that you have planted the seeds, but now you're starting to grow those seeds. You're starting to water them. So maybe something has been planted in the past. This could be a planted idea, because I'm also hearing the call of the muse. The call of the muse here feels very inspiring. And because there's also a bee showing up on the Ace of Pentacles, some of you may be quite busy. This could be a quite productive month for you, Gemini. Now, your key themes for October, you have Buddha. This is life purpose. This is more than money. Although I do see profits, I do see financial abundance is starting to pick up. You're starting to move forward into that financial flow. But for you, it's about emotional and spiritual fulfillment. It is about being of service in some way. Helping others is where it's at for you. And you could be a counselor. You may be a coach, a mentor, a healer. You are interested in spiritual wealth, because you know that if spiritual wealth shows up, that the financial wealth will follow. This is about you being on your divine path. And I am getting here teaching. There's something with teaching, education, maybe a certification. Some of you may be teachers, either in the traditional sense, or you could be going back to school, or maybe you're putting out your own courses or classes, because you have the Queen of Swords, who is an excellent teacher. She's very educated, as I've mentioned, and it feels like you may be guided to share your knowledge or to equip yourself with advancing your own skill set here, because you are meant to evolve. You're meant to evolve into what it is that your muse, right, is calling you to explore at this time. So you have the help here of Buddha. So you can call in Buddha to help guide you, regardless of, any sort of religious background. I feel like you are definitely connecting to higher ascended masters, your own spirit guides, I'm getting heritage, your roots, your ancestral wisdom as well. And some of you are like, Mel, I haven't connected with my ancestral wisdom, or I don't know if I want to go there, but remember, we choose this life. We choose our bloodline. We choose our family. And even though that can be challenging, there can be struggles when it comes to some of the lessons that we are meant to grow and learn and evolve from. There's also very powerful gifts that we can take from that as well. And some of you, I'm getting like third generation, you have gifts, but so did like a grandmother. And it feels like it's trickled down. So some of you are psychics. You've come from a family of psychics here. And this could be that you are, hosting a spiritual event, or perhaps you have a spiritually based business, or you yourself are highly in tuned or recognizing that you can use these spiritual tools to help you in your career, even if you work in the corporate world. So that wind jar was a beautiful tool of using words as spells, right? Writing down words of affirmation, words of recognition. And also in that corporate position, we also had vision boards, and it was a very spiritual energy, but it was very much, corporate world based. So we can blend those energies together. Now you have this spiral here. This is about climbing the ladder. Things may have felt a bit out of control. Now, I'm also getting here, because there's this busy bee energy, try not to run yourself dry, or, burning the candle at both ends, or allowing yourself to feel feel chaotic energies, stop and smell the roses. Check in with yourself. Stay hydrated here. Take a look at your calendar and, flow effectively into good time management here. Say no when you mean no, yes when you mean yes. And we also have revisiting a job. So that flows into the past energy here, Gemini. Now I'm hearing Stephanie. Steph or Stephanie could be significant. Perhaps that's your name, someone that you are working with. It could be a teacher, a mentor, a coach, could even be a child. Now, you could be revisiting a job, or there's a promotion coming in here. Some of you are looking to increase your finances through generating a new income source. And this is also about networking. The spiral is networking here through connections, putting yourself out there, moving through fears, moving through maybe perfectionism, and also there may be a fear that you don't have enough skill, or you're not skilled enough or talented enough. But the Queen of Swords tells me that you are a quick learner and you're going to catch on, even if there is something new that is showing up for you. Perhaps these are new systems that you are integrating into your department or into your field or your scope of work. I feel like you will learn quickly, and it will actually help you with your time management. Maybe this is incorporating like a new calendar system, or it could be, AI, or, working with technology in some way, because the Queen of Swords is also, the Queen of technology, and you are asked to stay open, to stay flexible here, and to reach out, ask other individuals, be willing to learn, be willing to grow through connections and through, opening yourself up. So you are in the right position here. Now we have the candle. This could be part of that call, right? The call of the muse coming through, because it is about inspiration. It's about ambition, taking action, and manifesting money. So there's the word hustle. So there's another energy of being busy, but not to the point where you burn yourself out. It feels like the busyness that's coming through is inspiration, and that inspiration is what is keeping that fire lit, instead of the fire feeling dimmed or feeling like it's gone out. There's something within you that is reigniting, and some of you are in a management position. You could be connecting with management in some way, or you are being guided here to be seen, right? High visibility. I feel like you could be stepping into a position here, or into a career where you're really being recognized for your talents, right? It's the win jar coming through, and it's like you are on this winning streak where out of the jar, you are being noticed for a few different things that you have done to help others. So it's not a selfish energy of look at me, look what I've done. This is how you have contributed to, engaging in other energies, because connection here is showing up. So it's a win for everyone. You may be someone who is highly athletic. Perhaps you work in, the athletic industry in some way. You could also be feeling like, oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. I'm getting male dominant field. It feels like some of you may even be in like a masculine career, but you're actually showing up as if you are a female, I'm just going to point this out, you're a powerhouse, and you have the ability to stand up with the rest of them. So don't let that dominant energy take over. If anything, you are the trailblazer. You may be showing that women can do this as well. Now, it's nothing to the men out there. It feels like that's just a message for a small percentage of you if you are in a male dominant field. Now, I'm also getting with the candle, there is a spark that is showing up where you have the ability to take not only an idea or a creation, but you can upgrade it. You can maybe patent something that you have been working on. I'm also getting app. So maybe you are in the midst of creating an app, or, creating or launching something online. It feels like this is big. Now, moving into your current financial energy, where your finances currently stand. There's the Page of Pentacles. Beautiful energy here of study, right? This is studying finances. It could be news coming up here around a win, around investments, a job. This is beautiful. It could even be like taxes, because this is working with maybe finances, working with sales of some sort. It's also about business. It's about healthcare. Some of you may be in the healthcare industry. And I see here that this is about meeting and connecting with others. There's that connection piece that also share a common goal of wanting to help other people. And this is a learning environment, training here. So maybe there's an apprentice coming on board, or perhaps you are moving into a situation where you're opening yourself up to seeing something through a new lens. Maybe this is a project that you've been working on. Maybe you've been wanting to write a book, and you haven't touched that book in 6 months, and it strikes you where you have these downloads coming through, and you go to open up your laptop, your computer, or even a notebook, and it feels like it flows through you. And many of you are channelers, you are healers. Like I mentioned, you may even be mediums. You're connecting here with spirit, and I feel like it's showing up through your work. So this page is invested in themselves, but the self-investment helps everyone out here. So you are willing to learn and grow. Now, financially, you may be at the beginning stages of a goal that you have for yourself. Some of you have been working hard on maybe getting out of debt or paying off some debt here, getting to a space where you're feeling more financially secure, maybe even paying off something that you've had to apply money towards in the past, or if you've had to dig into savings of some sort, because the page isn't quite at the king or queen level yet, but there is this openness, this willing to get there, and that's where you're at financially. Now, what is the source of a financial blockage? You do have the Magician here, which, remember, this is your major arcana, Gemini. You share the Magician with Virgo, and we are currently in Virgo season. So this is happening now, where you get to kind of unblock yourself. This is an energetic vibe. The Magician is highly communicative. He is a natural leader with abilities and talents and skills that are off the chart. And I see that you are continuing to learn and grow. This is about you trusting your intuition and knowing that you have the ability to manifest quickly. And the block can be, what we focus on grows. So be sure that you are focusing on growth, a growth mindset here. This is about spiritual connections. And some of you, the block is the spiritual piece, is the spiritual wealth, or, being guided here. Maybe some of you work in a position where you're not loving it. Maybe there's not a lot of spiritual undertone within your career, and you want to manifest something that feels more aligned with, your goals, with who you have become, this deeper version of you. And I see that that's what you're moving into here. You're not letting other individuals manipulate you or cause you to feel impressions. I'm getting like impressionable energy. Maybe there's been an upbringing where father or mother or someone around you, maybe even a teacher, has said something to you, like, you would be really great in that field, go in that direction, but maybe that direction wasn't what truly fulfilled you. Or perhaps, you had heard something, or maybe you went to school for a certain degree and now you want to branch off because it feels like you want to evolve into more of this, again, this inspiring energy, the call of the muse. I keep getting that coming through for you. And that means there's a calling, there's a musing, something is stirring up within you. And that is what is lighting that fire. That is what is, creation, the seed of creation here within you. Something is really bubbling up. And what is your mindset here? The 10 of Cups, beautiful. This is about rewards, respect, and success. You want to be able to help your own family. You want to be able to be of service here. I mean, the 10 of Cups is the ultimate blessing. This is about you enjoying relationships with others, right? Being able to sit down if you work in the corporate world and collaborate, have those meetings where if there is a problem or an obstacle, we're not going to avoid it. We're not going to go to someone else and complain, that everybody can be on the same page and work through the struggles, work through the challenges. Like, what do we all need to do? What is the role that we play so we can contribute to the bigger reward here? Because that is going to feel like a win. And the 10 of Cups is also an energy potentially of retirement. Even though it's not the 10 of Pentacles here, you are thinking long term, because the 10s are the completion here. And you want to get to a point where you feel financially abundant, where you're loving your job here. You get to spend time, emotionally feeling fulfilled, spending time with your community, with your children, if you have them, or being able to work from anywhere in the world. But I definitely see rewards and respect and success are part of your belief. That is what you want, and that is what you are taking the steps towards accumulating in your own life. And I feel like it, of course, starts within. It starts within that inner Buddha that you have here, Gemini, that you're tapping into. So what is the opportunity for income growth? Where can you make or increase your money? You have the 4 of Pentacles here. Now, the 4 of Pentacles is saying that, some of you may be playing it safe at this time. Some of you may have a secure job despite what some of the external noise is kind of throwing at you. Maybe that's that impressionable energy. Maybe there's been a bit of gossip, or there's been talk of downsizing, budget cuts, or change in the work environment, and you have stayed there because you have played it safe. Or perhaps in your business, you've been doing the same thing, but it feels like you're opening up to more growth. And that requires you to step into this next level by learning something new. And I feel like you're ready to say, okay, I have been kind of playing it safe here, but now I'm ready to branch off with that Page of Pentacles. Now, this is also about you creating stability within your own financial world. And there are opportunities here with the call of the muse, with this action energy. I mean, some of you could be contemplating getting, another job here, or doing something on the side to generate a little extra income. And maybe you can throw that extra income at debt, or you can contribute it to your retirement account, or a goal, a long-term goal, or a dream that you have. Because the student energy is coming through here with the 10 of Cups, some of you may be paying off student debt, or perhaps there's been like debt forgiveness here. Maybe it has to do with student loans. Maybe some of you are funding children who are in college. That is showing up here as well. But I see here that you are in a stable position, but you also have an opportunity to grow and advance, and maybe get that raise, or to generate something new on the side. So let's take a look here at the unexpected financial influence. This can be the hidden factors that may be affecting you. You have the Strength card showing up here. Now, I am a huge fan of the Strength card, even though it can be very challenging. It's challenging to go through hardship, to overcome difficulties. But when it does, it leaves you feeling like you have accomplished something big. You have, because ultimately it is within yourself. where you are feeling pride, right? You're feeling proud of yourself with the strength here. And this is a strong position or a sound venture that you are creating for yourself. Now, this is about you aligning with compassion, with patience, with dedication, and not letting your, primal instincts pull you into a direction that is impulsive, because sometimes the strength energy can be, fight or flight. It can be, okay, I'm not seeing the results that I want, or I don't know how to do this, so I am going to just kind of push it away altogether. Or you may be doubting at times your own gifts, which I feel like you are very much in control of your life, of your finances, even though at times it feels like you're not. This is about learning how to handle your finances or budget, or even your own energy here. With the strength showing up, this is about you facing those fears, overcoming difficulties. And I also see there's infinite. You see the infinity symbol at the top here of the strength, which tells me that you have possibilities, you have opportunities here to flow, to attract money, to attract abundance. There's infinite opportunities. Now, some of you, the infinity symbol could be showing up in your world. Maybe this is through a tattoo. Maybe it's through a logo. It could be that you see the infinity symbol or the number 8 here. Some of you are being called to connect with the energy of 8, and that's power, right? 8 is power. It's authority. It's strength. It's control. It's speed. It's materialism. And I see that you are pushing through those fears, those doubts, and you have here the ability to be influenced by your own courage. And that in itself is a win. So what are the action steps here, Gemini? You have the 8 of Wands. I love this. Now, 8 of Wands is focus. It is a direct energy here where you know what you want, you're going for it. Now, this is about rapid gains. It can be split-second decisions, but it also feels like it's not impulsive. Now, sometimes that 8 of Wands can feel a bit impulsive because it's the second fastest moving energy aside from the Chariot. But I feel like this is about, a passionate idea. It's like you have this idea coming in, and just like the wind jar, you got to write it down when it happens. And that's what we would all do, is when that win would happen, we would walk into that room and write that down so we didn't forget, and throw it in the jar. And then it would be like a surprise almost at the end of the week, because sometimes you forget about those wins. And so I feel like it's important that you do something now, because otherwise, it's like when inspiration strikes, you are being guided to go with it. And the Wands element is around inspiration, your willpower, your creativity, your passion. It's the spiritual force that backs up your career and projects, that flows through you. So there could be some sort of travel. There could even be an opportunity to relocate here, or to speed up progress, get a lot done. And I feel like you are inspired. It almost feels like what took you 6 months in the past can take you like 2 weeks. So going back to that book, maybe some of you, it's taken a long time to, write a book that you've wanted to write. I mean, this could be any project of yours. So I'm just using the book analogy here, but it feels like the inspiration flows through you in the month of October, and you get the other half of your book done in 2 weeks, where in the past it's taken you a lot longer. That's the message I'm getting. Now, I'm also getting here with this energy, it feels like you're moving forward, and this is a yes. You can see the Y at the top. This is a yes. So if you've been questioning, are you going to hear back from that interview, or is it time to launch? Is it going to be opening up where I get this new beginning? And the answer is yes. It feels by the end of the month, You are seeing a lot of progress. There's a lot of momentum here. I feel like this is exactly where you are meant to be. You've been working on realigning your energies, and it does feel like there's a lot of movement this month, a lot of communication, and a lot of wins. Again, I'm hearing winning streak. So you have here as your outcome, you have the Six of Swords. Beautiful. Six of Swords is a work situation improving. You are moving into calmer waters. You are feeling like, wow, things are starting to align. Things are feeling cooperative. This situation is improving. I'm starting to overcome the challenge, overcome the obstacles here. So Six of Swords is a good sign here. You may be moving on from something that was a bit difficult, or there could be someone here helping you, and it could be, I'm getting spirit is helping you in some way, right? It could be a loved one in spirit, and you actually see this big, beautiful, bright, shining star. It feels like that could also be a sign where you look up in the sky and maybe you see a shooting star. Or I'm also hearing wind chimes. Wind chimes could be a sign for you, maybe of a loved one who's crossed over. It could be a sign from your own spirit guides. It could also be like a bell, or like, you know how chimes make that beautiful noise. It could even be like some sort of frequency that resonates with like a chime or a bell that spirit is bringing in, reminding you that you are moving into something calmer, that something is improving here. And also that could be a very important day or time or even hour where good news comes in, because I do feel like this is good news. Now, let's get a message here from the wisdom of the oracle. What do we have for Gemini, please? We have Thinker, number 44. Some of you may be 44 years old. Now, 4-4 also breaks down to 8. That's that strength energy. So you may be thinking about some of these challenges and obstacles and how to push through them, leaning into more positivity, leaning into more hope instead of the fear, instead of the negativity, because this is about strategy. It is about being analytical and logical. Hello, Queen of Swords showing up here. So calculated action is what's called for now, Gemini. It's important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps that you're going to take to claim your prosperous life. Lists are your friends now. I love that. All right. The list, the winning jar, writing things down. So get out your journal, write down what you are going to do today to signal to the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is spirit. You will win. Oh my goodness, it says that. You will win this game, and your triumph will be for the highest good of all. This is definitely your winning streak month. And these are personal wins. They're professional. I mean, they're showing up in many different forms, and I feel like you're open to them. So you could even have a win jar yourself. I mean, that's what this is telling you. Get out your journal, write it down. And it doesn't mean that you have to put it into, a jar, but write down those small successes, and be open to writing a list here, or writing things down, or using your journal to allow that inspiration to flow through you here. Because otherwise we get stuck in like analysis paralysis here, or we stay in this Four of Pentacles energy where we play it safe. Now, thinking has its place, but trying to figure everything out, or overthinking to the point where we strategize so much that we don't make a move, that can also bring in, a stuck energy. So give your mind a rest, do something creative, exercise, meditate. I definitely feel like this is a month where you are coming to your senses, that too, your senses. But a new like breakthrough aha moment is coming in for you, and it feels like many of them. So strategy here, coming up with a good plan, because things are going to move forward quickly and momentum is going to pick up, Gemini. All right, let's get a message from your spirit animal guides. And at this time, if you can safely do so, Gemini, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, a nice big inhale through your nose. Hold it for the count of 3, 2, 1, and release through your mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky or swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be wild or domesticated, mystical or magical. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, or one that you currently have at your home or by your side, or maybe even one that you've seen recently in the great outdoors. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the community tab, all you need to do is drop your animals, whether you have 1 or 5, drop them in the comment section below the video. All right, Gemini, we have Tortoise. Home is where the heart is. Now, 10 of Cups is that home environment, home energy. Some of you may be working from home. You are creating, imagining, and feeling inspired. Maybe even changing up your own environment within your home space could allow for more of that creative flow to come through. So Tortoise, slow and steady wins the race. Next you have Owl, and the owl is showing up twice for you. So we see it here on the arm of the Queen of Swords. This is about prophecy, attentiveness, and even secrets. And I love the 2 owls here are kissing, their eyes are closed. So this tells me that something is coming into alignment, right? The law of attraction, the 2 of Cups energy here. Next, you have the donkey. The donkey is about patience, humility, and even sacrifice. And it feels like there has been a sacrifice that you've had to make, but it feels like the sacrifice is paying off. And maybe that's the winning streak that I am picking up on here for you. And lastly, we have the dog. Dogs represent service, devotion, and honesty. And this also aligns with that Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is very devoted, very honest here, and very devoted to being of service in some way. Maybe some of you have a dog that looks like the dog on the image here. I'm also seeing some of you could love connecting with animals, or perhaps you are in the field of like veterinary science. So those are your animals coming through for the week. And lastly here, Gemini, but not least, we are going to take a look at what your higher self wants you to know at this time. We have balance. When we feel connected to our mind, body, and soul, we feel more balanced in our life. The only way to feel balance is to create it. Only say yes to the things if it feels like a soul yes. Your action step: do one thing today to feel balance and harmony in your life. Do you need a massage for your body, meditation for your mind, a walk in nature for your soul? Do you need to say no? Keep your yeses as sacred. Your mantra: I feel balanced when I honor what I need most. There we have it, Gemini. That is your October 2025 career and money reading from a spiritual point of view, also flowing out into your material world. I love that you are tuning into your muse, your own inner Buddha here. This is about life purpose for you. It's about spiritual wealth, and the material wealth will flow. And we certainly see that with the Page of Pentacles, a new opportunity to generate income. Go towards it. Go towards that call. You will be so happy you did. Thank you again, Gemini. If you are interested in a personal reading or signing up for the monthly newsletter, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video, or visit intuitivesoulcoach.com. And also don't forget to drop those power animals in the comment section below the video to be entered into the giveaway. Thank you so much for being here, Gem. Lots of love.